Heavenly Father, we come to you today with humble hearts, seeking your guidance and wisdom as we begin this program. Lord, we ask that you would bless every person who has gathered here today, and that you would be present with us in a special way. We pray that this program would be a time of learning, growth, and fellowship for all of us. Help us to listen to one another with open hearts and open minds, and to support one another as we strive to serve you in all that we do. Please give us the strength and the courage to follow your will and to use the gifts and talents you have given us to make a positive difference in the world. We pray all of this in your holy name. Amen.
Hello everyone! Magandang gabi sa lahat ng ating mga participants tonight. Another day, another learning session offered to you by Scale Up Training and Development. So magandang gabi no sa lahat ng ating mga live participants na nandito ngayon sa ating Zoom conference, and at the same time a pleasant evening din sa lahat ng mga nanonood through our Facebook live streaming. So we are both online no dito sa Zoom and sa Facebook page ng Scale Up Training and Development. So welcome to another webinar under the operations management namin na category or webinar series. So later on, we are going to have a short of a recap sa mga previously conducted natin na mga webinars related sa operations management para naman you are all guided kung paano ba tayo nakarating sa ating operations management na discussion tonight. Pero bago doon sa ating recap, let me share to all of you, especially here no yung mga nasa ating Zoom conference, of the following house rules. Mga basic house rules lang din naman ito no every time that you are attending a webinar, halos ito din yung mga kailangan nating sundin para magkaroon tayo ng smooth sailing na activity tonight. So the first one here is to make sure na you keep your microphone muted all of the time. Unless you want to speak, you want to say something verbally, pwede rin naman yon, i-allow naman namin kayo. But you need to raise first your hand. No, meron naman tayong emoji na pwedeng gamitin dito sa ating Zoom para maging aware muna kami na you want to speak, no? Bago natin i-unmute yung ating sarili para maiwasan na ma-distract or ma-disrupt si mentor or resource person. Use the chat responsibly. If the mentor, meron siyang tinatanong sa ating mga participants, we are highly encouraging you to engage and participate. No? Siyempre, mas gusto natin na interactive yung ating session tonight. Kaya we are hoping na magpa-participate yung ating mga participants na nandito sa Zoom kung ano man yung itatanong ni mentor or kung ano yung ipapagawa niya sa atin. Kaya we are hoping na you are going to make use of the chat box into its full advantage. Kung meron kayong question or clarification, meron naman tayong open forum mamaya, no? After ng um, pag-share ng insights ni mentor. So merong allocated time for the question and answer. Pero if in case lang talaga na your question is immediate yung answer na kailangan, pwede rin naman. Kaya pwede mong gamitin yung chat box. Sa mga nanonood naman sa ating Facebook Live, you can utilize the comment section. So pwede kayong maglagay ng question sa comment section tapos kami na lang ang magre-relay kay mentor. Respect the speaker and participants. Stay present and engage. 2 hours lang naman yung maximum natin, no? Sa ating learning activity tonight. So we are hoping na you will stay up to the end or until the end kasi meron din tayong attendance mamaya bago tayo matapos. If possible, um, pwede ninyong i-turn on ang inyong camera para mas interactive para kay mentor na makita, makausap yung mga nandito sa ating Zoom conference. Okay, so eto yung ating recap sa iba't ibang natapos na natin na operations management related no na mga learning sessions. Yung ating webinar tonight is the 9th session, the 9th series of our operations management, kaya siya 109. So meaning to say, meron na po tayong nakandak na 8 webinar series or 8 na learning sessions related to operations management. So yung ating 101 is all about process and design management. Yung ating 102 is all about capacity planning. And then yung 103 is all about inventory management. Yung 104 natin is all about quality management. The 105 is all about supply chain management. Yung ating 106, it's all about lean operations and continuous improvement. Yung ating 107 is all about data analytics and decision making in operations. Yung last month natin no na operations management webinar is all about total quality management, wherein our mentor for this learning session is also our mentor for tonight for the 109, which is all about business continuity planning. So kaya to those who participated sa ating 108, makikita at makaka-learn po tayo ulit no sa ating napaka-galing at napaka-engaging na mentor sa ating series no ng operations management. If in case you are interested to learn yung 101 hanggang 108, yung mga recorded na sessions, pwede niyo yang mapanood through our YouTube channel. So pwede po ninyong hanapin sa YouTube ang Scale Up Training and Development, tapos i-utilize na lang ninyo no or gamitin na lang ninyo yung search box sa YouTube para mag-type kayo doon ng specific keyword para mas madali ninyong mahanap yung specific na topic na gusto ninyong panoorin. And if you are interested to get a certification after watching the recorded session, pwedeng-pwede rin naman. All you need to do is just to save the link na nakikita nyo rin sa screen, bit.ly/scaleup-cert. So pwede kayo dyang mag-request ng certification after watching if in case need ninyo ng certification. So meaning to say, mga self-paced learning session na po yan. So again, yung ating 109 is all about business continuity planning. Yung ating guide question for tonight or for this session, yung insights, no, the independent insights, the proven facts, pati yung personal experiences na isi-share ng ating mentor will contribute para masagot natin etong guide question natin. How to prepare, respond, and recover from business disruptions to ensure operational stability. 'Di ba sa title pa lang naman ng webinar, kumbaga parang it is already easy to understand, no, kung ano yung parang magiging content ng discussion tonight kasi business continuity planning. So kung kumbaga you are going to plan, that's why prepare, no, para yung business will operate continuously even meron silang nararanasan na mga disruptions, mga challenges, mga obstacles, and so on. So I am confident enough na yung ating mentor, masasagot niya ang ating guide question for this webinar because our mentor for tonight is a human resource and learning and development professional. So siya mismo nagtratrabaho as the human resource officer and administrative officer ng FPNDC, Caltex branded marketer located, no, in the city of Tacloban. Isa din po siyang certified na human resource practitioner and certified human resource associate. So para mas maraming oras, no, na magamit si mentor sa kanyang discussion, I am now going to give, no, the time para sa ating mentor for tonight. Please help me welcome Mentor Gwyneth Bel Lesiges. Good evening, Mentor. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Naririnig po ba ako?
Ayan. Yes, clear na clear po,
Yeah.
Mentor.
All right. I'm so excited to be with you guys today. I just wanna share my day. Unload ko lang sa inyo. Ginagawa ko kayong shock absorber para may chika-chika naman tayo. So I've dealt with a lot of HR matters ngayon. It's very, yung tension sa office, it's very heavy, but business is business. At the end of the day, still have to give our best, especially to you guys. I look forward talaga kasi to giving my insights to people who want to improve themselves, diba? And that's you people here at Scale Up. You who are watching, I am congratulating you for being here, for giving the time to improve and para ma-apply natin to sa ating daily life. Naisip ko sa topic, sabi ko, parang yung mga topics ko recently are more on admin and operations. Tapos, na-realize ko, oo nga pala, kapag you're when you're immersing in the business, kahit pa sabihin natin na may department ako in HR and admin, we also touch in operations. Tapos, things that are happening in operations, nawi-witness ko yun. And it's amazing na akala ko kasi kapag operations lang, kanila-kanila lang yun. Kasi dati when I was starting out as a HR staff, hindi pa ako kasama sa mga board meeting. Pero ngayon, I'm so happy. I just wanna share na with my growth also, na nakakapag-share na ako ng mga ganitong insights. Ganong level na tayo, guys. Sige. So, without further ado, I'm gonna share my slides. When I was making my slides, sinabi ko na, ano kaya yung mga i-share ko sa kanila and sa topic na to. And na-convince ako sa self ko na yung mga i-share ko dapat sa inyo are actual experiences and actual stories of businesses that I know, that I've been in, para 'di ba, hindi tayo usap lang dito. May reference tayong um, concrete, yung mga nangyari talaga. Wait, wait lang ah. Hindi ko na alam. Para mag-share. Eto. Yeah. Nakikita po ba ang slides ko? Can I have a thumbs up or like or yes sa chat box? Okay. Thank you guys for the response. Jose Benedict and Jana Joy. I think naririnig naman na po ako kasi nag-respond kayo, di ba? I'm assuming you guys are business owners. You may be a startup or ano ba kayo? Do you belong in a small business? 30 or less? Medium na ba yun? Or medium, 15 plus or minus? Saang category po ba kayo ng business na belong? Can you chat me? Pwede po bang pakilala kayo sa akin ng konti lang? Para alam ko kung ano ay yung mga i-emphasize ko sa inyo later sa ating talk. Or are you employees working in a business like me also? Any insights are appreciated. Or maybe you're on commute, that's okay. This session is probably the most easy on the eyes sa inyo kasi hindi ako masyadong ma-slides dito. Because I've analyzed the topic na dapat maging siya, experience-based. Okay, so let's continuous improvement is the only way to stay ahead. This is my my parang mantra from my mentor din. I have a mentor, si Brian Tracy. Sa YouTube ko lang siya na mentor, okay. Hindi ko siya paid mentor. Pero yung mga kasi niya really resonates with me. Ito yung fuel ko whenever I'm down or whenever I drain sa araw-araw natin ginagawa sa office. Ito yung tumatak sa akin talaga. Kasi mahilig akong mag-aral din kung paano ko ba ma-improve ang sarili ko. Paano ba magiging mas efficient ang mga ginagawa ko sa day-to-day. So, can we test out our Zoom buttons if they're working? No? Can we get a heart maybe sa inyo? Can we press that? If it's working sa inyo. So that I know na hindi ako nag-iisa dito. Alright. Thank you so much for those who pressed the heart button. If ever meron tayong questions, as said kanina sa house rules, you may naman put them in the chat box. Tapos, circle out na lang natin siya later. Circle back na lang natin later. Sorry. If we're ready, can we type in ready? Huwag na kayong mahiya. Tayo-tayo lang naman to. Kasi sanay kayo, no, na yung mga webinars natin are parang hindi tayo nagpa-participate. So, kasi yun naman kasi yung nakasanayan natin. And I really make it an effort na para mas nare-remember natin ang mga concepts is tayo din ay may binibigay na energy na sinasabi. Alright. So maybe a lot of you are commuting right now. So I understand na hindi tayo nakakapag-type ng mabilis. Kasi dati, kahit nung Nights of Online Marketers pa lang sila, Miss Piper, ginagawa ko tong pagbi-binge watch ko ng mga webinars niya kahit nagko-commute lang ako. So I understand kung hindi nyo nare-reach ang inyong keyboards or keypads. That's fine. Okay. So skip natin to because I'm assuming that we're using phones. So these are the things that we're gonna discuss. Rundown lang natin ng mabilisan. We're gonna tackle on event preparation techniques. So as I've said, hindi ako mas-slides ngayon kasi I'm giving my pieces of advice through stories. All right. And then after which, we're gonna tackle on responding to actual happenings in business. I want to emphasize on the emergency natin in the Philippines right now in 2026. And after that, we're gonna go and discuss or talk about resiliency mindset. How we will rise when there are unexpected or fortuitous events in our business operations. And later on, before the Q&A, may pa-games tayo. Ako yun yung nagpauso dito ng games ata. Na may reward ako na 50 pesos. Sa mananalo, may mechanics kasi siya eh. So hopefully, you'll stay with us for the entirety of this time slot para makuha nyo ng buong buo yung concepts, tapos yung lessons, kung ano man yung mga madadala nyo sa inyong mga sariling negosyo or sa ating day-to-day sa workplace. So, what are your pain points in business right now? Ano ba yung mga usual na problema? Minsan may problema tayo sa tao, no? Yung tao natin, minsan kulang because of absenteeism, tardiness, di ba? Tatak HR talaga. Yun yung mga sinishare. Yun yung top of mind ko eh. Tapos, I've talked actually to my friends who are business owners before this webinar so that I could share their insights on what they do sa kanilang mga business kapag may mga mga challenges. And later, we're gonna go on those mga advice nila. So, yung choices lang naman ito are foundational types of literacy conflict. Itong aking question na pain points of the business. So, your pain points may be man versus himself. Ito yung mga problems natin with ourselves. Problems with anxiety, ano ba, makakahit pa tayo ng target ngayon, magugustuhan ba ng mga tao. Those are valid problems, no, of the business, challenges of the business natin. Man versus man, ito yung external na siya, hindi na siya sa'yo lang. It's either between you or the customer din. Kasi this is based on literary category. Tapos man versus nature, ito yung kung may mga, as I've said, fortuitous event, yung mga calamity, ganyan, may mga bagyo. Minsan kasi nagiging natin siya, nagiging pain point, lalo na kapag physical yung ating store, no, na may mga possibility na sa aming term dito sa Tacloban na ma-wash out yung location mo. That was a valid problem for us in 2013 when Yolanda hit in Tacloban because we were the eye of the storm. Or your problem may be man versus society. Ito yung mga paniniwala ng ibang tao about, for example, let's say sa insurance, hindi tayo mga Pinoy, hindi tayo masyadong hindi patok sa atin yung insurance kasi ayaw nating minimension na may mamamatay or may mawawala sa next few days or few years. So we are parang kaya hindi tayo masyadong na involved sa mga ganitong businesses. But ngayon, as I've observed naman, in fairness to millennials or to Gen Zs, more on we are nagiging informed na tayo and we are transitioning to better understanding of these kinds of businesses, of insurances and whatnot, yung mga pre-need na businesses. So those are the kinds of challenges that can be examples or that you can relate to, yung makakategorize natin. Kasi yung problem solving, kapag we're talking about problem solving, the first step is always to identify the problem. So we cannot give a solution to a problem we do not know. Diba? Ngayon ko lang naisip yun. Ano pala, ang witty pala. Oo. So, if we are aiming on a blank space, we are sure to hit the blank space. But if we are aiming on a target, we know if we've missed or we've hit it, ay tayo mag-improve. Is always to identify the problem. Kasi yung iba, no, marami akong programs na na-observe. Kahit saan, na institutions or establishments, I'm not gonna mention na lang, walang no bashing or negative. Very good ang intentions, but they're not solving a particular problem. Yung natetenga siya, hindi siya nagagamit or sasayang yung pondo because we're not identifying what problem we have. All right. So responding to actual happenings in business. So I want to emphasize on this. Sa gasoline stations ngayon, 'di ba? Nagtataas na ng presyo natin. Oo. So, what do we do? These businesses are established businesses. But the conflict of an energy emergency and all of us are affected. So ano ba yung ginagawa ng mga businesses na ganito ngayon? Sa inyo, may mga nakikita ba kayo mga promo pa or mga tawag yan? Mga techniques nila. Ano ba yung ginagawa nila? 'Di ba kasi yung price, hindi naman nila hawak entirely. Kasi may market price tayong sinusunod. So, kung ano yung ginagawa? May mapalugi yung sales ngayon dito sa gasoline or fuel. We are still having promos. We are still having 5% off on all products. Dito sa amin I think dito naman sa Philippines yun. National yun na na promo. Pero may lang siya, may duration lang siya. Tapos na yung dito sa amin. Parang payday, siya, promo. So kahit pa may challenge tayo na ganito na it's very, tawag niyan, hindi natin ine-expect yung ganito na mangyari, di ba? Parang naging na lang siya, ripple effect dito sa Philippines na ang gas prices natin ay mataas. Pero we are still catering our customers and we are still giving them promos. So kahit pa may mga challenges tayo na hindi natin ine-expect, it is encouraged na magkaroon pa rin tayo ng, you know, papansin technique sa ating mga consumer. Kasi kung hindi tayo gagawa ng mga ganito, ng mga ways, is entirely hindi tayo papansinin ng ating customer base. Which is, we don't want that to happen. So, kailangan papansin pa rin tayo kahit pa may mga challenges na tayong nai-experience. You get me? Parang, alam mo yun, we don't shy away from challenges. Pero hindi ko naman sinasabi, no, kasi we are doing business. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na gumawa tayo ng mga promo na makakapalugi sa atin. Hindi ganon. Just para maano tayo, para lang mapansin. O, yung mga, for example, this promo, this only happens on a duration of 1 to 5 days. So, para yung top of mind ng tao, ay, sa ganitong gasoline station, may promo. So, parang, gugustuhin mong bumalik at bumalik. Titingnan mo, may promo pa ba sila? Ganon. Hindi na lang siya ngayon naging price variation. Although that is the biggest factor right now. Yung price variation. We are still, sorry, nadidistract ako. We are still making ways para tayo ay mapansin. And this is more on sa third natin na responding or being resilient is to as cringy as it is, we lean on the government. Kahit pa ngayon, I know and I understand the sentiments of the Filipinos right now with our taxes and all that, but we have to bear in mind that yung pinaka-powerful factor when it comes to ganito sa economics are the laws or the national programs. Which, kapag may mga calamities, we lean on the government. We want to. We would like to lean on the government. So right now, may promo, hindi promo, may program, sorry. May program ang government to subsidize yung ating PUJs at public utility jeepneys. I hope sa inyong lugar ay nai-implement na siya, parang 10 pesos off for PUJs. Hopefully, if your students na or workers na nagko-commute daily, I hope you are experiencing itong program na ganyan. So, kasi sometimes pag ang resources natin ay dry na, we cannot deny na hindi kasi lahat ng times ang ating business ay malago. Hindi kasi lahat ng panahon ay mabenta tayo, 'di ba? So, we keep ourselves connected, updated, or ang tawag yan, close to government programs din. Pero last resort na yon kasi hindi naman natin din alam, no? Kung when sila magkakaroon ng mga ganito. But, in terms naman sa mga industries na pinagtrabahuan ko, which are the transport industry and right now, the fuel industry, may mga subsidy talaga pag nagde-declare tayo ng emergencies or national emergencies. Alright. Later may mga yung gasoline stations na gusto kong i-share din. In events preparation at the end ng Lakam Lechon, let me show you yung business niya. lang ha. Her business is lechon. So, she makes products na may mga ano siya, tawag niyan, may lumpiang lechon, may sisig chon. Alam mo yun, marami, she's very creative sa mga products niya. Ah, Sabi niya sa akin, when I spoke to her about this topic, na ano yung gagawin, te, kapag kapag may mga downs ang business mo, ano ginagawa mo? Sabi ko sa kanya. Sabi niya, when you know and identify yourself as a small business, kasi yung Lakam is a small business, alam mo na you are surviving on pop-up, mga pop-up, na mga stalls ba? So, you have to really be creative daw, sabi niya. And you have to approach, ito na, share ko. Ano ba? Wait lang ha. I'm gonna share to you. Oh, nakikita niyo na. Sorry. Can I have, thumbs up kung nakikita niyo yung, yung pinapakita ko sa, okay, sa Facebook, yung Lakam. Alright, thank you. So, sabi niya, so I am a food business, and kapag matumal yung benta, sabi niya, magbo-boost ads siya. Boost ng ads, advertisements. So, she's mainly using Facebook. Tapos sabi niya na nag-a-ads siya kapag magla-lunch time na. So, you have to know talaga your market. And as a business owner, I'm assuming that you've already figured that out. 'Di ba? Kung sino yung mga gusto mong bibili, tapos kung anong mga oras sila usually tumitingin-tingin ng mga food, 'di ba? Usually tayo when we're at the office, tapos walang ulam, usually at 11 or 10 nagsa-start na tayong mag-scroll kung food panda ba ako ngayon, lalo na pag sahod, no? Kung gusto mong ma-feel na deserve ang ang ating work for the cut-off, 'di ba? This is based pala in Tacloban. So, you won't find it in other places at the moment. So, yun. Sabi niya na, sabi niya may bago siya ngayon. Ito yung inaano niya. Ito yung promote niya ngayon. And nag-boost ads siya for this. Kasi she's introducing a new product. Kahit pa daw, hindi peak or hindi season, kailangan ay we keep on engaging our buyers. So that's her advice to use, tawag niyan, Facebook ads kapag 10 to 11, yung kakain na yung mga tao, yung nagsa-search na sila kung ano yung kakainin. So usually naman, 'di ba, more on Facebook tayo. Sorry kung kung medyo millennial yun na line. Kasi yung mga Gen Z, they're more on Insta, I think. No? Pero yung base kasi nito is, dito sa Tacloban, yung, tawag niyan, yung target market ni Ate Ann, ay yung mga workers, which are, the workforce dito, more on millennials pa. But, ngayon ko palang nakita yung yung chat niyo na Reg. Sorry. Thank you for responding. Okay. So, I'm gonna share back yung aking slides. Alright. So, that is one. I want to also mention my school sa college. Hindi ko na lang kung sabihin ng pangalan kasi hindi ako nag-ask permission to to share and flaunt the name. sa aming school, we have a yearly calendar. I don't know about your school, but I appreciate it about my school, dati sa college. Kasi, um, talagang they know the activities of the people. Um, alam nila na magkakwaresma na, alam nila na magsa-summer. But I mean, they consider it in their planning of the calendar. Hindi sila naglalagay ng mga events kapag alam nila ang mga tao ay pauwi. Kasi here in in Tacloban or in Eastern Visayas, ang mga students ay parang tawag niyan, they reach from Leyte and Samar. So yung target market is Laysam or Eastern Visayas talaga mainly. But they have they have also mga students in other municipalities. So pag nakikita ko yung calendar namin, talagang nai-inlove ako, alam niyo yun. Kasi kung may plans ako for the summer, hindi ko na aalalahanin yung may exam pa ako. Alam mo yun? Kasi yung calendar ng school namin, naka-end na siya kapag, for example, talagang dagat ka na, na parang alam mo, parang nafe-feel nila yun. May mga ganun ba kayong experience with your school? Na parang nababasa talaga, parang nafe-feel mo na mahal kayo nila. Mahal kayo ng admin. Kasi I'm saying this kasi yung other schools na I've noticed, may ano pa sila, may exams pa sila kahit na, it's a holiday season, kahit na dadating na yung Pasko, alam mo yun, parang, di ba, it's reunion time, ganyan. May mga projects pa rin, may ganun. Sa amin, wala. Walang ganun. So, I appreciate it so much sa aming school na yung calendar nila ay very inclusive, ay very considerate to the activities of the people. Lalo na, I applaud them yung pinago ng CHED, yung school year na naging August. Hindi nila sinunod yun because they know their market. They know their target market na dito kasi sa Eastern Visayas, no, we are a large portion of our population and businesses here are tawag dyan, agricultural. So, dito yung mga rice fields, dito yung mga plantation, may mga ganyan kami. So, alam tawag yan, alam ng admin, alam ng school namin kung saan or kung kailan nag-harvest ang mga farmers. That's why hindi na nila minove sa August yung enrollment. Yung enrollment namin ay still sa June. And yung start ng namin ay still June pa rin. Kahit pa yung other schools ay nag-August na sila, yung school ko, hindi sila nagbago ng calendar. Ganun pa rin. So, talagang mahal na mahal ko yung alma mater ko because of those. Kasi these are experiences na alam mo yun, you won't miss out on life. Kahit na kahit na running for honors ka, hindi mo mafe-feel na parang nami-miss out mo yung ibang mga events sa life mo kasi may exam ka, hindi ka muna makakatawag yan, makakapunta, ganun. They know. So, in business, you should know. Even in times na you're at a loss or if it's a difficult time for you, you still have to consider yung buyers mo. Yeah. Kasi they are the life of your business. If they're not there, you don't have the business. So, alam mo yun, hindi yung expectations natin na seller yung nasusunod. Yung expectations dapat ng audience or expectations ng tawag niyan, customers, clients, ay kino-consider pa rin natin. ano ba, kahit pa, also, another thing, kahit pa dito, sa amin, I just want to touch on yung calamities or yung mga bagyo-bagyo. Kasi dito talaga sa Eastern Visayas ay palagi kaming dinadayo ng mga bagyo. So, alam niyo yung ginagawa ng school namin kapag may ganun. Pag hindi naman siya masyadong makaka-affect sa internet or sa electricity, kapag walang power outage, nag-ano kami, they really opt for asynchronous activities. Yung nasa bahay lang tapos may ginagawa pa rin. Tapos yung tawag yan, online class. Kahit pa hindi na nauso yung online class, talagang nag-online class pa kami nun. Minsan nakakaasar nga eh, kasi minsan gusto ko din walang pasok. Alam mo yun, but looking back, kung ako yung nagbabayad ng tuition ko nun, I would say talaga, I'm very satisfied. Kahit na, eto, bagyuhin na tayo, tapos may mga, ano na, may mga boots na yung mga tao sa labas, panay payong na, itong anak ko, talagang nag-aaral pa siya. 'Di ba? So, they made a way para makakapag-cater pa rin sila sa audience nila or sa clients nila, which are us, the students. Na may learnings pa din kami kahit na may mga calamities for those events whatsoever. Mm-mm. Diba na si may nag-chat? Ay, wala. Okay. So, yung ready pa rin yun. Sinabi. Hopefully, you're still with me. Hindi kayo na inaantok. Kasi, hindi tayo nag-change ng slide. So, okay. Hindi siya sa events. Yung topic for weeks, I mean, tawag yan, True Love. True Love yung business nila. It's under, let me see the topics na. Resiliency Mindset. Ito. Share ko sa inyo. Ay, sorry. Mali. So, this business, True Love, inunguya ang pagmamahal, True Love. We just type that. Kasi hindi ko na, ano eh. This business was established way before pa naman ng, way before 2013. Pero, nag-boom siya in 2013 because it was featured as a very creative restaurant in Tacloban City amid the Yolanda. Kasi as I mentioned earlier, tawag yan, nag-emerge talaga siya, nag-boom talaga yung True Love. Ay, dito pala, it's in the middle. Pero if you're using your phone, hindi nyo makikita yung True Love na word. It was featured in the news, this resto. Kasi as you see, it's very creative. It's very cutesy, alam mo yon, pang date-date. Kahit pala may mga ganong mga, as Ate Coke said to me, yung may-ari, si Ate Coke, he's a friend of mine. Sabi niya, kahit pa may tragedy, we still have to tawag yan, satisfy the needs of our client base. Sabi niya. Sabi ko na, ate, alam mo, nag-boom ka nung Yolanda. Paano nagka-need yun? Sabi niya, because there's always a need. Pero, with all conviction, sabi niya ganun. There's always a need in the market. You just have to know where to look. Sabi niya. Na, yung quote niya, as verbatim, sabi niya, sinulat ko yun kasi para hindi ko makalimutan. There is an opportunity in every tragedy. Parang andito yun sa slides. Yeah, here. There is always an opportunity in every tragedy. Diba? Parang, alam mo, I was really amazed when she shared this with me. Kasi sabi ko, grabe, ang ano niya, ang strong ng mindset niya, yung conviction na meron siya, yung trust na meron siya sa product niya. Na kahit na, alam mo yun, walang pera yung mga tao ng pandemic. Wala kami, to give you context, yung mga bahay dito ay na-wash out. Wala kami ditong mga building ay, alam mo yun, ground zero, kung yun man yung term nila. Um, ano pa yung mga nangyari para may ano kayo, ilang months yun na hindi, tawag yan, hindi maaliwalas yung mga kalsada ng Tacloban because of the storm, the super typhoon. Na grabe, hindi ko ma-fathom yung wisdom ni ate na sabi niya na there's always a need. There's always an opportunity. Sabi niya, talagang, when I was talking to her, grabe talaga tong tao to. Dalang-dala talaga niya yung business niya. She imbibes the energy ng business niya. And as you can see, ano, hindi naman siya substandard as we could coin. Hindi. Talagang pinag-isipan. Tinanong ko siya when I was in the store because I usually go there. We are frequent there. And then kami nagla-lunch dates. Itong mga paintings dito sa gilid ng ano niya, ng resto niya. Sabi niya, those are all my ideas. I just had someone paint it for me. So, alam mo yun, grabe. Tapos, in the middle of yung super typhoon, siya nag-boom. Siguro because, no, yung mga tao, we were looking for a fresh ambience. We were looking for a place to rest. Yung mawawala yung mga, ano namin, yung mga cares in the world, yung makakalimutan namin ng madaling-madali lang na wala, wala na pala yung second floor namin. Alam mo yun. So, finiture siya sa sa news ng time na yon as a business na really boomed during Yolanda time. You can search this if you want. You can fact check it. Pero ito naman, may in-insert naman ako dito for the hashtag no fake news tayo. And this one, the Weaves and Bows, this is also her business. This is tawag yan, summer, ano ba yung nakasabi? Hashtag everyday summer, yung ano niya, yung theme ng Weaves and Bows. And this one naman, nag-boom siya during pandemic, 2019. Imagine, itong si ate talaga, sinabi ko sa kanya, grabe no, kapag may, tawag yan, may problem tayo, national or local man. Tapos ito, yung pandemic, as we know, is international. Nagbo-boom ka talaga. Grabe, nakakapagtaguyod ka pa ng negosyo kahit yung yung paligid mo ay parang alam mo yun, state of emergency, nagpapanik na yung mga tao, palagi tayo nakamas. Sabi niya sa akin, you know, people have money kasi. Sabi niya. And they're looking for ways to spend it on. And why not, 'di ba? Because that time daw, sabi niya, people wanted to shop pero hindi nila kayang lumabas or hindi sila pwedeng lumabas. So, hindi na bawasan daw ang ano sabi niya? Ang tawag niya? Purchasing or urge ng tao na bumili. Yung shopping habits natin. Na-divert lang siya into virtual shopping or online shopping. Kaya daw nag-boom itong Weaves and Bows. Grabe talaga. Nakamiss talaga ako when she was sharing this story to me. kasi I wanted to share it to you for this topic. Na, sabi ko, grabe naiisip mo yun kahit na yung paligid mo ay, ano na, parang hindi na siya set up for business, hindi na siya, ano, tawag yan, hindi nagflo-flourish. Hindi daw, sabi niya, people will always have their needs. Sabi niya, siguro no, we take that lesson from Ate Coke na we should trust our product and we can still launch our products despite itong mga national emergencies natin or international na mga problems. We should just have the mindset of resiliency na we should have our trust on our products and we really should know daw our target market. So yun, 'di ba? Knowing your target market is identifying. Hindi naman siya identifying your problem, it's identifying your client base. So it always starts with identifying. Talaga, I'm a firm believer of that. Time check lang tayo. It's almost 7. So, can I have a consensus kung mag-continue ba tayo or should we have a bio break? Continue ba tayo? Ta-da! Going once? Going twice? Let me share a personal story. Hindi ko ata to masyado sinishare. Gusto ko lang siya kasi, I mean, gusto ko siyang i-share sa inyo because it's partly, ano, related. So, I wanted to study psychology sa ano ko, sa, upon entering college. Tapos, ayaw ng parents ko kasi hindi daw siya, tawag nila nun, hindi siya known profession sa amin dito. So, ano, I really felt na, sabi ko na hindi nila ako mahal. Kasi, hindi nila sinusupport kung anong gusto kong gawin. Ano ko lang. Tapos, sabi ko sa sarili ko na, ano kayang gagawin ko? Kasi, since hindi ko naman makukuha yung, tawag nun, yung course ko, sa UP dapat ako nun, University of the Philippines. Flash ko lang tong waray-waray word ko para may nakikita kayo doon. Hindi lang yung face. Sana. Siya nag-show. Yan. Saan ako? Sabi ko na, ano bang gagawin ko? Hindi ko naman din gusto mag-enroll doon. Bakit ko papahirapan ng sarili ko? Di ba? Kung hindi naman gusto ko course ang kukunin ko. So, I rebelled. Nag-ano ako. Tawag yan sa, ano? Basta. Yun yung English yung naaalala ko eh. I rebelled against my parents. Hindi kami nag-usap for about ilang weeks. Tapos, ano pa yung ginawa ko nun? Nag-enroll ako sa ibang school para lang um, ipa-feel ko sa kanila na galit talaga ako. So, yun. Nag-enroll ako sa other school. Tapos, yung kinuha kong course, di ba, yung flagship course ng ano na yun, which is accountancy. Kahit na, hindi ko pinag-isipan, my gosh, bakit ako magte-take ng accountancy nun? Hindi naman ako magaling sa math. So, after nun, sabi ko, okay na, panindigan ko na siya. Mag-accountancy na ako. After 2 years, anong nangyari? 3 years pala. After 3 years, anong nangyari? Nag-shift ako. Hindi ko kasi talaga mahal yun. na na tawag yan, na course. Hindi talaga siya yung gustong gawin ko. I pictured myself 20, 40 years from now. Kung yun ba yung gusto kong gawin, kung yun ba yung gusto kong maging na tao na gusto ko ba na eto ako nakatutok sa computer magdamag 8 to 5 for 20 plus years, 40 plus years. Hindi ko talaga nakikita yung sarili ko na accountant. Sabi ko, Lord, tulungan mo naman ako para makapag-isip ako kung anong gagawin ko dito. Hindi ko na siya gusto. Hindi ko naman, nagkakaroon ako ng difficulty in waking up in the morning. Sabi ko, hindi na to okay. So, kailangan na meron akong maging action towards yung negative feeling ko. So, marami akong kinonsult doon, guys. Pumunta ako sa mga schools na may psychology kasi gusto kong mag-shift na talaga. Hindi ko na alam. Tapos ayoko nung pagalitan ako kasi 'di ba? Ako yung pumili ng school, 'di ba? Nag-ano ako, na I rebelled against my parents. Hindi ko pa rin maisip kung ano yung Tagalog word. Tulungan niyo nga ako. Ano yung Tagalog for rebelled against my parents? O, tulungan niyo ako Ano yung Tagalog nun? Hindi ko kasi maisip. After, so, I consulted yung guidance counselor namin. Sabi ko na, Miss so and so, so ito yung nafe-feel ko. Nagkakaroon ako ng anxiety sa umaga. Hindi ako nakakapunta ng school ng may presence of mind kasi nagkaka-anxiety ako. Hindi ito yung gustong gawin ko. Hindi ko napipicture ang self ko na nandito ako sa field na to. Kasi gusto ko talaga yung mga tao. Sabi ko, gusto ko talaga makikipag-usap ako. Gusto ko may interaction ako sa tao at least mga 5 times a day or more. Sabi ko sa kanya. So, she's very kind talaga yung yung guidance counselor namin, and she has become my friend and still my friend right now. Nagkaroon ako ng sa kanilang school talk like this but in person for tawag yan, for senior high school students para sa immersion nila. Yung advice niya sa akin, it's up to you. At the end of the day daw, ikaw pa rin naman ang tawag yan, ikaw pa rin ang magde-decide. What do you want to happen? What's in it for you? Are you willing to give your effort? Ikaw pa rin yan. At the end of the day, ikaw pa rin, sabi niya. Yun yung palaging sinasabi niya sa akin, hindi ko nakakalimutan. Pero, siya, she directed me into taking my human resource, tawag niyan, course. Sabi niya, this is closer to psychology, but it's not entirely psychology. It's psychology of the workplace. Alam nyo, na hindi ko alam na may human resource na course. Hindi ito yung first choice ko. But, look at me now. Andito na tayo. We are 6 years in the business. So yun, ever since nag-HR ako, grabe. It was a shift in my life, I could say. It didn't feel like work to me. It didn't feel like a burden. Hindi ko na nafe-feel yung parang heavy ko when I was still in my other course. Hindi nyo pa ba naiisip yung request ko sa inyo? Ano yun yung Tagalog translation ng I rebelled against my parents? Tagalog version. Tagalog translation. Hindi ko kasi maisip. Iniisip nyo din ba? Sabihan nyo ako i-update nyo ako kung naisip nyo na. So, going back to my story. Ayun! Yes! Thank you, Elijah. Nagrebelde ako sa mga magulang ko. Thank you so much. Kanina ko pa yun iniisip. Hindi ko talaga siya nandito na yun sa dila ko. Thank you so much, Elijah. Nagrebelde ako sa magulang ko. So, after nung I was immersed na naman. Ginagamit, overuse. Word of the day, immerse. When I immersed in HR, which I found that it's something that I really love. I didn't feel working a day in my life sa course na yun. Parang it was a breeze. Hindi ko naman pinagmamayabang na magaling ako or what. Parang kasi I just learned to love it. Kasi yun yung talagang gusto kong gawin. Yun yung gusto kong aralin pala. Oo. So, in business, char, segue ng ganun. In business, whenever we are hit with challenges and tawag niyan, unexpected turn of events, kung ano man yung mga unplanned natin na mga nangyayari, we have to adapt. 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 Parang, baka isipin yung ako eh, adapt. We have to adapt. We should uh, be the first ones to adjust. Kung ano yung situation natin. So, we have already assessed. We have already identified our target market. So, in my case, tawag na, may target school pa lang. Identifying yun, identifying. Hindi pa siya adaptation. So, later on, kapag may, kapag nagkaroon na tayo ng chance to immerse into the environment of business, matututunan naman natin yun kung ano talaga yung do's and don'ts, needs, ano yung patok, ano yung hindi. Matututunan natin yon by being consistent and by doing action. Hindi tayo, tawag yan, hindi tayo matututo talaga sa business kapag isip-isip lang. Kapag iniisip-isip lang natin ang mga plano natin, kailangan talagang we are putting them to life. Alam mo yun? Kasi your feedback will be your signs. For example, kung mataas ang metrics ng product na to, doon mo siya aralin. Ano kaya yung meron dito na wala sa isa? So, adapt. I remember a story, nakita ko lang siya sa feed ko, okay? Hindi ko alam kung anong business. Ito sa coffee shop. He was identifying kung bakit yung, let's say Tacloban na lang. Let's say sa Tacloban, yung coffee shop niya sa Tacloban ay very, pinakamaraming customers. So, yung natutunan niya when he went to that site, sa dami-daming coffee shop niya, that person, there was an employee there na matagal na siya and she knew the customers by name. So, kahit pa nagkaroon na ng mga competitors, ganun kasi tayo dito sa Philippines eh, kapag patok ang isang business, talagang kinukumpetensyahan natin. 'Di ba? Look at Jollibee, look at Manginasal. So, ganun na story. But hindi daw sabi niya the client base was staying loyal to the coffee shop because of that one employee na alam niya yung customer by name. 'Di ba? Ganun tayo sa mga emails natin or sa mga ina-avail natin na kung ano-ano sa Shopee, let's say. Kapag nag-order tayo, andun yung name natin. 'Di ba? It feels so personal. Tawag yan. Kasi tayo talaga as human beings, we want to be acknowledged. We want to be heard. As people as we are, kahit pa anong estado tayo sa buhay, we want to be recognized. So, yun, ano niya, na-identify niya, na-pinpoint niya na that employee, siya yung main factor kung bakit yung hatak ng customers niya ay sa kanila, hindi sa mga karatig coffee shop. So, that is also one strategy kapag tayo ay, tawag yan, kapag tayo ay faced with competitors or when we are nagkakaroon ng competition sa isang place is how do we cater our clientele na different from our this is not new naman, 'di ba? We just review lang siya. Review lang siya. I just wanted to share it kasi I wanted to emphasize how human connection, support by acknowledging people kahit na morning coffee siya or midday coffee, end of the day coffee, yung feeling na may tawag yan, rapport, may relationship ka with the client is very important. Dito din sa amin, sa workplace ko, grabe yung relationship. Kasi, yung mga salespeople namin, pumupunta sila sa birthday, pumupunta sila sa, ano pa yun, sa pista. Lalo na ngayon at May na, maraming piyesta sa Pilipinas, lalo na dito sa Tacloban. Pumupunta sila sa, kung for example, may funeral, that kind of relationship, being personal, kahit pa anong um, kahit pa anong struggle or kahit pa anong calamity ang dumating sa inyo or challenge sa business nyo, when you have a personal relationship with your clients, talagang hindi sila dali-daling lumilipat sa iba. Grabe yung ano nila, yung relationship nila goes back around 5 plus to 12 years na relationship. Ganun ka close. Alam nila kapag may bagong family member, pag may baby, pag may kinasal. Alam mo yun? Grabe yung ano nila, yung closeness. Human factor is really a great tawag yan, indicator of success for your business. Even in times of challenges for the business, kapag relationship has already been built, hindi siya dali-daling nabubuwak. In case you're wondering, I'm showing pala this word na padayon. This is a waray-waray word. I hope may mga waray-waray dito sa atin. But I understand that etong ating tawag niyan, Scale Up is based in Davao. So, I'm assuming a lot of you are Bisaya. I think padayon can be Bisaya. Can it be? Would you understand if I don't explain it? So, padayon, this is my most favorite word sa amin. I heard this nung eulogy ng aking boss dati when her mother passed away, na sabi sa kanya na kahit may mga failing grades siya sa law school, sabi ng mom niya na padayon. Padayon ladoy, sabi niya. Magpatuloy ka lang kahit na may mga ganyang mga nangyayari, patuloy lang palagi. Mindset lang talaga, guys. Mindset lang siya. When we are faced with these kind of challenges, it's really sa ating, it's up to us, it's up to our imagination kung paano tayo magiging creative, kung paano natin nahatakin yung ating customers pabalik sa atin or papunta sa atin in case they're new or if we're a new business. Anuhan lang siya. I'm not saying solely sa isip lang, but it starts in you. It starts with you, in you, how your business will go. Kasi, have to be, have to be borderline obsessed sa inyong business para talaga alam mo at ma-anticipate mo kung ano yung mga challenges na pwedeng mangyari in a span of siguro a year, siguro that's how you plan, or I don't know, depending on your business, kung paano kayo nag-a-adjust. Still, as Ate Cook said, grabe talaga, hindi ako nakaka-get over sa kanya. I'm really so amazed sa mga words of wisdom niya. Kasi even during pandemic, even during, ano ba yun? Even during the super typhoon, nagpadayon siya. She continued. She continued to show love through her craft, through her businesses. She's very creative. If if and when you know her, if and when you see her, she reflects her business. Talaga, how she talks, how she dresses. Makikita mo na, ganun, kaya pala, you would understand how her business reflects her, na how vibrant her businesses are. That's equally vibrant she is. Sorry, let me just go back to this slide. Because I wanna share yung isang achievement niya dito. I wanna circle back on this. Because she recently won the tawag nito, Productivity Olympics. This is Productivity Olympics is a program of the attached tawag niyan, agency of DOLE, which is NWPB, itong National Wages and Productivity Commission. So sa inyo, kasi may regional offices to, RTWPB, Regional Tripartite Wage Productivity WPB, Productivity Board, PB. Basta lang in those lines. Mas kilala nyo sila as people who, tawag niyan, who announce kung ano yung minimum wage. Sila yun, RTWPB. So I hope we're on the same page na imagine nyo na yung ano na yun. So they have this program na Productivity Olympics. So as you can see dito sa industry, dito sa medyo lower part, weaves and bows, bags and accessory, micro category. So she won this regional Productivity Olympics and may offer sa kanya na, may cash prize to. So, tapos may ano siya, may parang tawag yan, follow-up award. May award na nga siya, may follow-up award siya from RTWPB kapag mag-put up siya ng sarili niyang website for weaves and bows. So, this is what I was talking about na we lean on the government kapag may mga ganito silang programs because really, this is also coming from her na kahit pa daw ang negosyo ay matumal, parang when you are awarded by a government agency na sinasabi niya, oh, you're doing a good job, tapos may cash prize pa, cash reward pa, it's really so motivating. Kasi, di ba, for context, I just want to remind everyone na she opened during pandemic. Grabe. During pandemic. Hindi ko ma-imagine. Nung pandemic, nagtatrabaho naman ako. Pero, nagbabike lang ako noon kasi ayokong may kasama sa sasakyan because of the virus. Tapos siya, nagbebenta siya ng ganito. Nag-start pa lang siya dito. Tapos nag-boom siya nung pandemic. Grabe. I just can't get over it. It's so amazing to me. So, yeah. To give you a context again, itong niya, yung pinapagawa sa kanya or yung offer sa kanya na assistance from RTWPB is around 100,000, okay? Hindi ko na lang i-mention kung ano kalaki siya. Pero it's around multiple 100,000 to set up a website for weaves and bows. So, maybe this is your sign kung in case you're watching this, if you want to start up a business, go for it. Alam mo, hindi mo naman kasi malalaman yun kung hindi mo itry. Or if you're in the middle of a challenge right now, It may be man versus man versus yourself. Ano pa ba yun yung kanina nating lesson? Man versus nature ba yan? Talagang, when you are consistent, you will reach yung level na ganito. Na nare-recognize ka na ng external establishments, yung may maka-qualify ka na sa mga ganito, 'di ba? Yun yung ano natin, yun yung panghahawakan natin na minsan mahirap talaga ang negosyo talaga. I can attest to that kasi grabe yung pinagdaanan ng mga stations namin in the recent months. We had to decrease or kailangan namin bawasan yung mga schedules ng tao kasi hindi namin kaya yung ganun karami na pinapapasok and we had a move to tawag niyan, we had a move to lay off. Hopefully hindi kami nag-lay off, guys. I'm so very thankful na nakaya naman, naraos naman namin. Parang may ambag ako sa pera. Hindi. I'm very thankful kasi it's very challenging talaga emotionally for a human resource person na magtanggal ka ng tao and it's very heartbreaking. Ikaw ba, sasabihin mo sa isang tao na in 1 month, kailangang maghanap ka ng ibang gagawin para may pagkakitaan ka, para may iuuwi kang pera sa bahay para sa needs ng anak mo, ganun, 'di ba? Alam nyo guys, being HR is so hard. Oo. Para naman sumegue tayo sa ano na yun, story ko na yun. Oh yeah, I already told you na may ano yung government right now para sa subsidy ng mga PUG. May nag-chat ba? Wala. Sige. So far, so good. Ba tayo dyan, guys? Di kasi kayo nag-react eh. Sige, mag-ano na lang ako, mag-a-adlib. So, at this point, I want to share to you na I've had previous talks with Scale Up before. With in this topic, hindi ko pala nalagay na may ano din ako, may data organization, efficiency in data organization. Hindi ko na ano dito. Anyway, tapos I've talked about TQM on the purview of a human resource professional. If you need that for government applications or for promotions, if ever, you can just visit. Meron dito, may QR code pala. Yeah, for that webinar. So it's there, it's in the cloud, it has a Facebook Live and YouTube. Yeah, if in case you want that. And I have this free webinar on must-have skills for HR professionals. It's free and it has a free e-cert. Wala lang, ano ko lang to. It's a way of giving back to the community because I really love this thing that I'm doing, that I'm sharing with you my insights, yung mga tawag niyan, mga actual experiences of mine in work, tapos of my friends' businesses. It's really so liberating. I want to keep on doing this. Hopefully in your businesses, no, you like how you're doing your business. Kahit pa we don't choose our situations, I hope we choose how to react to our situations. Na we give off an energy of always being hopeful. Yun lang naman yun. That is, I think, kung pagsama-samahin ko, yung sinabi sa akin na Ate Ann ng Lakam Belly Lechon, at saka ni Ate Coke of Weaves and Bows and True Love, I can boil that down to be positive. Kahit na toxic positivity na kakailanganin mo kasi yun in business, lalo na when things are not as expected or kapag may targets tayo na hindi nahi-hit. Yan. I'm gonna share more on that pala later. Na targets. Yeah. So if you want that you can have a screenshot of this, sige nga, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, screenshot. Parang live selling lang, no? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Naano ko kasi yun. Nadala ko na sa kaka-ano ko, sa kaka-online shop ko. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay. Mine for ganito, ganyan. Mine for Gwen, okay. Charot. Sige. So, automatic na siyang mag-send ng e-cert for you sa email nyo. Ano pa ba yung mga ano ko? Oh, magpapa-games na ako. Are you ready? So, before ako magpa-games, may share lang ako ulit about measuring. Share ko dito. Wait. Wag na lang nga. Anyway, nakita nyo naman na lahat yan. Here at, hindi lang ngayon. In the industries that I've worked in, their technique talaga, their solid technique on on their continuity of their business is periodically measuring their outcomes. Pero lahat naman yun, di ba? When you're in a business. Pero minsan, when we're new, or kapag matagal na din tayo, parang nagiging routinal na sa atin, hindi na tayo nagme-measure. So, I just want to remind you if ever na-overlook na ng ibang mga tasks, kasi yung operations is very heavy. Minsan na-overlook natin na hindi na tayo, we're not looking at our performance anymore. More on, we're just looking at the numbers. Sa amin kasi, no, we have parang every 3 months, may ginagawa kaming evaluation. This is a national strategy sa mga stations, sa mga gasoline stations. So, we have so and so called mystery motorists. Change ko lang para aesthetic. And then they go around the stations. So hindi namin sila kilala. Parang kaya nga mystery motorist mystery. We don't personally know them. They are not part of the organization. Kahit pa nationally, they are customers. Our station, the national, sabihin ko na lang nga, Caltex assigns a customer to be an evaluator. So, in-evaluate niya kung ang customer service mainly. Tinitingnan niya doon kung paano grinigreet ng tauhan namin yung mga taong pumupunta sa store or sa station. May checklist sila ba? Chine-check kung tinanong ba sila sa mode of payment. Chine-check kapag orderly at clean ba yung station in terms of mga cigarette butts, mga trash in general. Sorry, excuse me. Tapos, grabe. Na-amaze din ako nun. Kasi, when I got a look of the checklist, chine-check din nila kung may dead plants. Grabe, ganun sila ka-detailed when it comes to their customer service na yung sinabi ko kanina, the borderline obsessed, na kahit dead plants, pinapacheck nila sa aming mga evaluator. So, ganun kami ka-very hands-on in terms sa strategy ng customer service na every 3 months ay nag-check kami kung ano ba namin yung nagiging consistent ba kami sa aming sinasabi na maganda yung customer service. Tapos yung na yan is it comes out as data for every station and it serves as a guide para sa mga tawag niyan administrators of or managers of each station kung saan yung mga points of improvement nila or if they did a good job. Kasi kung may good job na rating or excellent 100% customer service rating, may incentive na binibigay. So maybe you can do that in your businesses. You should have a measuring tawag niyan, device ba? Tool so that alam mo kung nade-deliver ba yung nakakapag-deliver ba yung business mo as you expect it, 'di ba? Kasi malaki talaga yung pagkakaiba ng ating expectation tapos kung ano yung nangyayari on the ground. As I remember, may nakita akong clip about a business evaluation around 2 days ago na sabi niya, they claim that the business, when you order online, kahit pa international yung order mo, ay makukuha mo na siya or marireceive mo na siya between 3 to 5 days kapag in-order mo siya sa shop. Tapos, ni-roast siya nung evaluator kasi sabi ng evaluator niya na it's been 11 days since I've ordered from your shop and it hasn't been delivered to me. Tapos sabi niya, ang angas kasi nung evaluator na yun. Do you want the reference number so that you can tawag niyan, you can update me on that. So, 'di ba? Kasi minsan tayo we are immersed we are so hands-on, 'di ba? Tayo naman kasing mga Pinoy, we are very masipag and we are talagang tutok sa ating mga negosyo. Minsan, yung mga ganyang natin, promises or yung mga minsan nasa slogan natin na tayo ay mabilis, minsan nasa page natin or tawag niyan, mga SOCMED na maganda yung quality pero pala when they receive, iba yung nangyayari. So, my point is, especially kapag may mga may mga challenges. Anong oras na ba? Baka nag-overtalk na ako eh. We should have these measuring tools so that it will serve as our guide. Ilagay yung screen yung i-scan. Hindi mo na-scan. Okay. So, yun lang naman yung mga words of wisdom na naipon ko for you guys. Hindi ko na siya minor on sa slides kasi more on talaga stories naman yung gusto kong i-share sa inyo. Hopefully, nagkatsikahan tayo ng bonggang-bongga ngayon. And, I want to ask lang if ano yung napili nyo? Ano yung napili nyong gagawin sa business nyo? Kahit hindi nyo isagot dito sa chat box or kahit hindi nyo sabihin sa akin. Hopefully, tomorrow, you get to act on it, no? Kasi, palagi ko tong sinasabi sa mga webinar ko. The most important thing in webinars is the action you do after the webinar. Hindi yung mga, kahit na maganda yung concepts, the reason kung bakit tayo nandito is to improve, di ba? So, we cannot improve if we are always in our imagination, di ba? We should act on the things we learn as much as possible agad. Kasi nakakalimutan natin yan. Bukas, kapag i-remind ka ng ka-office mate mo sa utang mo kahapon, di ba makakalimutan mo na yung webinar natin ngayon? Or kung ano ba mga nangyayari sa office nyo na nakaka-stress, nakakalimutan natin. So, I hope right now, you are planning on acting on your chosen, kung ano man yung naging, tawag nun, takeaway nyo, or naging moral of the story. Kasi stories tayo. Stories tayo ngayon. Yung moral of the story natin for today. Okay na ba, Lady Colleen? Ha? Nakuha mo na ba yung screenshot mo? Ikaw naman, nag-aalala ka kasi meron naman tayong Facebook Live eh. Meron din naman tayong naka-post. Anyway, I'm glad to cater your request. So magpa-games na tayo kasi baka natutulog na kayo. Ito yung mechanics ng game natin. Are you excited? Kailangan may response to. Kailangan may like or sa hindi ko ano yung mechanics kung hindi nagpa-participate. Isi-savings ko tong 50 kong to. Walang nag-chat-chat. Savings na lang ba to, Miss Piper? Hindi, kailangan. Kasi para alam ko na naririnig niyo pa ako. Baka kasi CR kayo, hindi niyo naabangan. Can I get a like or a heart react there? Madlang people. Kung nagchat-chat kayo, hindi ko nakikita. Kung nagre-react kayo, hindi ko nakikita. Maghihintay ako. Arat na, mga be. Arat na. Wala talaga. But anyway, malalaman natin yan. Kung mag-ano na tayo. Pumunta na tayo sa Facebook page natin. Okay. So, ito yung mechanics natin. First, you like and follow the scale-up training and development services. Number 2, kung ano yung next step is we comment on what we learned for today. Ito, yung picture dito is only an example Yung ganitong post ang ating lalagyan ng comment. Tapos, yung ika-fifth, yung pang-limang mag-comment, pero ni-ready ko yung Gcash ko. Yung pang-limang mag-comment, siya ay yung winner. Siya yung makaka-receive ng ating papremyo na 50 pesos. Na, 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 na. So, I hope you're there sa pwede ba ako wait lang Hindi ko gusto mag-share. Wait. Paano ba to? Huwag na lang nga, nalito ako. Gusto ko kasing ipakita yung page. Dito na lang ako sa phone kasi nalito ako dito. So, meron tayong, how many participants do we have right now? We are 22. So, minus me and Miss Piper kasi hindi kami mapaparticipate. Meron 20. So, 1 out of 20 chance na pwede kang manalo ng 50 pesos. So, you go to the Facebook page. Ano ba yung sinishare ko right now? You go to the Facebook page, you comment kung anong natutunan mo right now. That is an example. Natutunan ko ay blank, blank, blank. Tapos, yung ika-fifth na mag-comment, siya yung makakakuha ng prize. So, right now, magsa-start na yung clock natin for the game. So, habang inaantay natin, I think we can open the floor for Q&A na. For those who want to ask their questions. Hindi ko lang ililipat yung ating slide kasi para may kayo, may titingnan kung ano yung dapat gawin for the 50 pesos. If anyone here has questions sa ating mga topics na diniscuss, right now is the chance. Tingnan ko nga, nai-excite ako kung nag-comment kayo. So, I'm on my phone right now. I'm going to the post. Itong happening now. So, wala pa. So far. Ako ang magko-comment sa first comment. Okay? So, if you're there na sa scale up na page, that will be posted right now. Yeah. Sabi ko dito, padayon and be hopeful. So, I will wait until the Q&A is over para makita kung may iba pang nag-comment dito. So, yeah. The floor is now open. Parliamentary. For any questions. Si dati nagilty ako noon na inubos ko talaga yung oras. Parang 10 minutes na lang, mag-8 na nun. Hindi ko pala nabigyan ng chance na magsalita yung audience ko. Nung first ko na to. Alright. So, any questions, guys? Baka hindi nyo na, ano no? Kasi i-flash ko lang yung Q&A or Q&A na tayo. Wala pa. Wala pang nagko-comment. Sige lang. We'll revisit it later. Okay. Wag na kayong mahiya. Alam nyo, I'm very approachable. As you know, I'm a human resource officer. Tapos madaldal ako. Guys, no sweat talaga kung may questions kayo. Wag na kayong maging shy para, diba, sulit yung oras na inano nyo for this session. Sige. I would like to take this opportunity. Charot! Nag-MC. To thank my friends, Ate Kokyanggo and Ate Joanne Polo for answering my questions for this session. Dahil na-share ko siya sa mas maraming tao, your words of wisdom hopefully has inspired them and hopefully they act on it tomorrow. Yung mga nila, takeaways. Ikaw ba, Miss Lady Colleen? Charot. Wala ka bang questions? Namimilit na ako, guys. Wala talaga silang questions, Miss Piper. Sila yung shy type batch. Tapos, first time ko atang makakapag-savings sa aking pag-games. Yep. Mm-hmm. I think I'll wait until 7:47 na. Yun yung waiting time ko. Can you please, guys, if you're still having, in case you're having trouble sa ating mechanics, or if you're doing them, please update me. Kasi I'm closing the door for our game. Talagang may savings ako for today's video. So, okay. Going once, going twice. Okay. So, Miss Piper, you can take the floor now. Thank you so much to our audience for staying with us until the end.
Okay, so wala na ba talagang gustong magpahabol no sa ating ibinigay na pag-games ng ating mentor? Sayang pa yung 50 pesos, no?
May
As
pang
compared,
certificate kayo.
parang ano na sana yun, parang kumbaga parang refund,
Oo.
no, na reimburse, no, if in case na na
Oo.
kayo ang
Kung
mapipili
kailangan
for
ng
ano, for that
certificate.
comment. Okay, sige lang. But
Mm.
anyway, ano tayo, as mentioned by mentor, baka meron kayong gustong itanong while andito pa siya live, no, kasama
Mhm.
natin sa Zoom. So mas maganda if meron kayong mga clarifications in regards to the topic na business continuity planning, clarifications, or baka meron kayong gustong idagdag na mga experiences, no? Baka meron tayong mga participants na business owners as well. Ako as an entrepreneur, um affected din talaga ako when the pandemic started. Even though si Knights of Online Marketers, we are more on digital platforms naman because we are offering digital services. Pero affected pa rin kami nung pandemic. Kaya sabi ko, ano kaya ang pwede kong gawin, no, in order for Knights of Online Marketers to survive and thrive, no, the pandemic. Noon kasi, when I started doing training programs under KOM, kasi I started the business way back 2014 pa. So we are like 12 years, turning 12 this coming July as a business. Tapos, majority of what we are doing, puro talaga mga face-to-face na mga events. Kasi for me, wala man kami mga kagaya ganito dati, mga webinars. Kasi for me, mas gusto ko talaga yung mga face-to-face na mga activities para mas maka-build ng relationship, no, with the trainees, with the participants. Tapos mas engaging talaga kapag face-to-face yung mga events. Kaya dati, no, before the pandemic, ang ginagawa ng business, no, si Knights of Online Marketers, we keep on traveling from one place to another, no, just to deliver our services. Geographically, we are based here in Davao City. In fact, Mentor Gwen, no, way back 2017 or 16, nakapunta ako ng Tacloban for an event, no, ng Department of ICT. As far as I can remember, parang H Hotel ata kami nag-check-in. May H Hotel ba sa Tacloban, no? H Hotel ba yun? Basta hindi ko na masyadong matandaan.
Hindi
And
ko
during that
alam.
time, parang H Hotel, hindi ko rin matandaan. And during that time, pagpunta namin ng Tacloban, ano pa yun, parang parang commemoration of yung sa Yolanda nga, no? Kasi ang daming candles sa sidewalk and so on. Ganun ang ginagawa namin before the pandemic. Puro mga face-to-face na mga events. But here comes na lockdown. Kaya naapektuhan kami. That's why, paano kami magre-respond, no? Sa pandemic, we converted all our programs into online na. Just like what we are doing right now. And because of that, mas malawak na yung reach nung aming programs. Kasi nga, since online, hindi na kailangan pumunta physically on the location, kaya mas marami na rin kaming na-capture na audience. And because of that, nung naka-recover na kami, no, kasi nag-respond na kami, no, doon sa pandemic, nung naka-recover kami, ipinagpatuloy na lang namin kung ano yung nasimulan namin. Kumbaga ang resiliency kasi o yung recovery, hindi ibig sabihin na you will go back, kumbaga parang go back to normal, parang ganon. Kasi di ba pag sinabing recover, kunyari, ay naka-survive na kami, okay, let's go back to normal. Let's go back to our normal operations. Kailangan kasi you need to doon na parang pumapasok yung essence of the business continuity planning. So since naranasan na ng business ninyo, kailangan
Yeah.
hindi na siya maranasan ulit. Okay, so ayan, so yung
So
attendance
kayo
pala
ay
ay
nag-scale up na. Oo nga. Sige,
no,
ano mo na.
yung Knights of Online Marketers is also existing pero more on the
Okay,
virtual
okay.
assistant services na lang kami. The reason
Okay.
why bakit nag-create ako nung scale up training and development, this is also part of kumbaga our continuity, no, as a business kasi before Knights of Online Marketers or KOM is still existing pero more on the virtual assistants na kami. Kasi we are also serving foreign clients na naghahanap ng mga VAs. So that's why yun ang
Oo.
current na ginagawa ni KOM. The reason why kung bakit ipinanganak si Scale Up, because we want to continue yung aming training and development services. Kasi ano kasi ang nangyari, kumbaga parang na-realize namin na parang hindi siya relevant kasi nga Knights of Online Marketers, no? That's the name of the business. So,
Ah,
online marketing, digital
para
services.
hmm,
O
para
tapos,
ma-identify ng target market nyo agad yung product.
yes, kasi parang hindi din. Kasi people will question ba na, Knights of Online Marketers, ba't sila nag-offer ng HR services? Parang ganon. Knights of
Ah,
Online Marketers, pero bakit sila nag-operations management? So, dapat more on marketing lang. Dapat online marketers
mm,
eh. So, that's why the name
hmm,
of the business itself is not anymore relevant to what we are offering kasi nag-expand kami to other business functions. Dati kasi puro kami IT related, no? Like
hmm,
cybersecurity, marketing, and so on. Tapos, para mas maging relevant siya, so nabuo last year si Scale Up Training and Development. Kaya nga if you notice sa mga participants na naka-observe, limited lang yung marketing related namin sa Scale Up kasi lahat ng marketing nakalagay siya sa KOM pa rin. So that's why that's
hmm.
part of our business continuity plan. So para mas maging relevant yung aming ino-offer na training and development. Kasi ini-invite na kami to conduct yung mga leadership training, pero bakit ang mag-provide nights of online marketers? So that's why Scale
Okay,
Up
okay.
Training and Development was founded last year. So kung ano siya, 109 yung ating operations management ngayon, meaning 9 months ago when we started Scale Up. Syempre nag-start yung 101 9 months ago din.
Ah, okay, okay.
Okay, so our attendance is nasa
Amazing.
screen na, no? You can actually like scan that one, and I hope why I am also sharing our business continuity na experiences na kapag scan na kayo ng attendance for tonight. I-chat ko din dito sa chat box kasi some participants are experiencing problems no scanning the QR code. Ang iba naman din kasi gumagamit ng computer. Kaya nasa chat box din yung
Mm.
ating link for the attendance. And wala na talagang questions, no? So that's why let me have this opportunity to thank Mentor Gwen for another learning session with you as our resource person. Sana no, with your advocacy of doing activities like this, you will still say yes no to our future na mga invitations specifically related sa specialization mo. So okay ka rin ba for another session no by June? Kasi we are already preparing na rin the list of our webinars. Chine-check kasi namin
Oo.
for the benefit of everyone kasi yung mga webinars namin hindi kasi siya nauulit no. Kasi nga if you notice series siya
Hmm.
101, 102. So
Opo,
hindi
opo.
kami pwedeng hindi kami nag ano yan, hindi namin in-offer again no ang natapos na topic kasi all our webinars are series. Kaya sa mga participants, every month, new set of topics talaga yan siya. At hindi siya nauulit. If you want to review, meron naman siyang recorded no sa aming YouTube channel. Kaya pwedeng panoorin ulit doon. So meron pa kaming naiwang tatlo for the month, no? HR 109, Employee Relations and Talent Retention, Task Organization and Workforce Management, and AI for Smart Business Development. If you are interested, you can visit our page and just register. Okay, that's it for tonight, guys. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng ating mga participants, especially to our mentor for sharing her insights, her personal experiences. Tapos, nag-conduct pa talaga siya ng sarili niyang parang interview with business owners in
Oo.
their locality para talagang coming from different perspectives yung ating discussion tonight. So see you again, guys, sa ating next webinar. And maraming salamat ulit for joining us this evening. Keep safe always. God bless you all. And always remember, We are your scale up partner. Goodbye, everyone.